What's going on? You're tuning into Mario Ramon LA, and I'm Mario Ramon. Hello, thank you for tuning in. I pray that everybody had a happy Thanksgiving filled with love, joy, happiness, family, and good food. And if you weren't able to be around your family, your friends who are in your life are definitely your family. So love on them, hug them, and be thankful that you do have someone. And if you don't have anyone, then look at the videos and I'll love you from here. I love you. Okay. Today, our video is entitled Parents Are People Too. So many times we hold our parents on a plateau that no human can live up to. We expect our parents to be perfect. And parents are just people who have happened to have children. And if you're in my age bracket, meaning 30s and 40s, you don't know what your parents went through back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, depending on what era they grew up in. You have to understand, sometimes people's background to know where they are in their future. And that's another video that I want to touch upon a little later on, your background versus your future. We'll be touching on that later. But if your parents were, especially black people, let's just go for what I know. Back in the day, you had signs that said coloreds drink from this water fountain, whites drink from this. Coloreds eat at this restaurant, whites eat at this restaurant. Colors use this restroom, whites use this restroom. You cannot say that that didn't have a direct effect on people's method of thinking and things like that. So I'm not saying that's why a parent would be an abuser or whatever, because a lot of times, once again, their past have a lot to do with the future. And you don't know if they were beat or you read in the news that some parents molested their children. You don't know if they were molested and things like that. And sometimes people just aren't strong enough to differentiate wrong from right in their mind because they don't know that it's wrong because it was done to them. They know that the feeling was wrong and things like that, but they have anger management problems. And I do know a lot of black people, I'm not saying all, but a lot of black people are afraid to go to counseling and get the counseling that they need. And it's not to say that you're crazy because you're going to a counselor. It's just to say you need to work out some things up in here and just talk to a trained professional who can possibly help you work those things out. So don't hold grudges on parents, love on them. I know it's hard sometimes. It's definitely hard, and including me. I, I didn't hold a grudge, but I felt that my parents weren't Superman and Superwoman, and nobody can live up to that expectations. And in return, parents expect the children to be Superman and Superwoman, have all these extracurricular activities, soccer, violin lessons, singing lessons, theory, and schoolwork and things. And it's just sometimes a heavy workload that nobody can live up to, because you want them to do good in all those categories, be 100 in all those categories when it's just pretty hard, and we're programming people to be robots, and even computers break down. Nobody is perfect. There will be a breakdown. Now, in reference to parents being people too, I know you probably are like, well, my parents could have did this, or my parents could have done that, or did that for me and my siblings and things like that. And once again, you just don't know what they were thinking about. And the best way, I think, is to confront it, not in a negative manner, but approach, the situation with love and just say, hey, why did this go on when we were children? And, different things like that. It it's a lot harder to love than to just be mad and don't call people and don't pick up the phone and things like that. But when I watched the movie Best Man's Holiday, and then Thanksgiving followed us up, right? That was like kidney blow. It just really opened my mind up, and I'm always cognizant that life is short, and that we don't have long to live. Is what you do with your life, but we don't have long time to be here with our family and friends. And so we may as well make the best of it. And I just would like to say, don't hold grudges. It doesn't hurt anyone but you most of the time. You hold grudges on people and they're not even cognizant that you're upset with them. They don't even have a clue. They're like, well, the phone works both ways. And so if you didn't call me, I didn't call you. And they're going on about their business. And in the meantime, you holding grudges, getting ill in your body. Because when you hold on to that, whether it's positive or negative, it does have an effect on your life. Okay. And that's why a lot of times people have cancer and strokes and heart attacks and things because they're holding on to so much and including doing bad behaviors to themselves, whether it's excessive drinking, excessive smoking, excessive eating, and just letting people do bad things to them as well, like verbal abuse and physical abuse. You let people do these things because you don't feel that you're worth it not to let people do that. And you don't feel that you're worth it. You're like, well, I may as well smoke. I've been smoking for 20 years and I don't give a damn, and result, it's probably, like I said, it's probably a result of things that happened in your past and it's shaping your future. You don't feel that things went for you the way that you felt they should have gone for you in your past. So you kind of sabotage your future. And I, was one of those people, and I still might be doing it, you know. But definitely, I was one of those people. I did, not so nice things to myself, and I let people kind of not run over me, but do things that they may not should have done to me, and you become a people pleaser and different things like that. So, like I said, if you're upset with your parents or you haven't talked to your parents in years, or you know someone who hadn't talked to their parents in years and they feel that their parents have done them so wrong, definitely share this video. Love on your parents, call them, and now, if it's some things that's just like unbearable and you just, like I said, parents are people and people have problems. And sometimes people are evil. I mean, I like to think that most people are good hearted people, but sometimes they are not so good hearted. Now, if you do just have a bad hearted parent and you know what's best for you, and like I said, you're taking a stand for yourself, and you're not going to let people just treat you any kind of way, and you have to teach people how to treat you. Then do what you need to do for your own health and your own sanity, and then keep the negative energy away. But I would not say hold on to it. And also, don't you be afraid to Google family counseling and talk to someone. Counselors are people too, just like parents. But they are trained, just like a pilot is trained to land a plane. Most people can't land a plane. But pilots have our lives in their hand. And we're trusting somebody in a cockpit that we've never met to land us in a city or a country we've never been to land a plane safely. So why wouldn't we do that with a counselor? Why wouldn't you trust someone to land your spiritual plane safely, meaning you? Just talk to someone, talk to a friend, talk to a family member who might have known your parents and could tell you some things. Did you know your mom was raped? And you're like, no. And well, that's why she was so hard. And that's why she, suffocated y'all, because she didn't want anybody else to do that to her babies. And things start coming out, once you start talking. That's why I said talking is key. Start talking about things instead of brushing things up under the rug. Start talking to your parents and start talking to your family. And it's okay to open up some doors that are closed, family doors that are closed. Let's just ask, like, why is my dad so mean? Well, his dad used to beat him and his brother, and you're like, oh, I never knew that, and maybe the way, your dad may have, he may have self-medicated and, drank all the time or was always gone so he wouldn't beat you. and things, and you're thinking your dad just don't love you, but no, he probably was doing it to protect you, you know. So just think of things in different ways, and I just wanted to tell you guys I love you. Once again, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. I pray that you did have a good Thanksgiving. If you do like the videos, subscribe to the videos and pass them on. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Mario Ramon. And I'll see you guys next time on Mario Ramon LA. Peace, and I love you much.